Heyo, Stoic here. Hey, welcome to the Bedrock Guide. In this tutorial, we'll be making a seagrass and coral farm. I know what you're thinking. Hey, I don't need a farm for a seagrass. Why do I need one? I can just come out here and get it. Well, you can't. You can't just break it. No, you need shears to do that. Yep, there that goes. And, well, that's going to get really old pretty quick. And you're going to run out of potions or air or something. And then you got to collect it. Oh, now you're starting to see you need a farm for this. So coral has kind of the same problems that seagrass has as well when you want to collect it. So if you just use regular old shears here, yep, you can get your seagrass. But if you try to use it on coral, it disappears. Now if we try a hoe that has silk touch on it, the seagrass breaks, but the coral floats up. And then if we throw silk touch on some shears, you get both the seagrass and the coral. So coral fans are perfect for mob farms because monsters, they think they're something they can step on and then they fall right into the trap that you want. So they act just like buttons or trap doors. And yeah, it's kind of spice things up a little bit. Of course, they do change color because they're outside of the water, but hey, this is pretty neat. So turtles love seagrass and turtles are easy to find. They're on the sea and you feed them, they get really happy. One of them gets pregnant, lays the eggs, and after some time they'll hatch into little baby turtles and then you can harvest those to get scoot, which makes you a cool little helmet with some extra benefits. And zombified monsters love trying to step on these things so we can make them upset and they can chase after these and then we can make a nice farm. So yeah, seagrass is already looking pretty good. This guy loves it. All right, and here is our farm. It's pretty small. We're using a redstone torch clock, and we'll talk about why we're using that. And that's feeding a dispenser. The dispenser is putting bone meal onto the dirt right in the middle. And once we break that good loot, it'll float up here with some water stream into this corner. We're going to pick it up into the hopper and collection system right here. All right, so we'll just turn it on. And so our repeater torch clock here is moving at a nice slow speed for our dispenser. And it's slow enough for us to use our shears with silk touch and unbreaking. And really, we can just get it right up against the block in front of us, get right underneath that slab, and we're going to hit all three blocks. I'm just holding the button down and we are just cruising with the loot. So I only run this farm for about 2.5 minutes because that's about the life of the shears with unbreaking. You can actually put mending on shears and you can get this thing leveled right back up and use it for the next time. But in that 2 minutes, I tested it on an observer clock, a repeater torch clock, and a comparator clock, and they all got about the same amount of loot, and that really became dependent on the shears, how fast we can click in this game. So the next thing I looked at was, well, how much bone meal is being used? And the repeater torch clock used 33% less bone meal than the other ones. So if we're going to get the same amount, I would rather use way less bone meal. So that's why we've got the repeater torch clock on this farm in order to get the same amount of loot with less bone meal used. So yeah, that's what we're using here. All right, so the materials we're going to need, we need 2 hoppers, 4 chests, 1 wall, 36 solid blocks of your choice, 1 dispenser, a slab, 3 pieces of dirt, 3 redstone dust, 1 redstone torch, 1 redstone repeater, and 1 lever. You're going to need an infinite water source for a couple of those water spots. And then if you only want to use this for coral, then you can use the diamond hoe that might last a little bit longer than the shears. And then you can use shears to get both, but you need to put silk touch on there. Definitely recommend unbreaking 3. And if you want to recharge this thing, put mending 1 on there as well. There's no god set that doesn't have a full decked out set of shears. So you got to get it. All right, so we can get going on this. I don't recommend this farm being built in a snowy biome because this water will freeze unless you put some signs in there, but then it'll get in the way of your build. So don't build in a snowy biome. So we'll go ahead and just pick out 2 solid blocks right there, 1, 2, 3 of your dirt blocks, and then we're going to put another solid block on the back. We're going to go ahead and put a single solid block on this side and then fill this side on that side. So we're starting to look just like this. All right, we're going to put our dispenser in on this side. We can break this block and show that it is facing the dirt. We can put our clock in right away. We can put 1, 2, 3. We'll put in 3 blocks. One of them's temporary, and we'll have a configuration just like that. Toss your torch in at the bottom of that block right there, and we'll grab our repeater and we'll point in that direction towards the dispenser. Our clock is started. You can hear the clicking. And now we can throw a lever on this block right here to energize this block, which stops the circuit. All right, our next step is to just come up 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, just like that. We're going to leave this block open right here. That way we can get to the dispenser pretty easily to refill it with our bone meal. And then we're going to build this up another layer just like this. And then we'll do it one more time, just like this. We'll come to the front over here and we'll put a temporary block in right there, and we'll build this up 2 times. Go ahead and grab your slab and we'll put it in right there. That way you can see right into our farm. All right, the next step is to get our collection into place. So we'll go ahead and place in a temporary block right there, and then we'll put in a chest there, there, and there. Now we need to get 2 hoppers in just like this, just in case the bottom one fills up. The second one there is to start filling up for you later. All right, now that we're on top, we can break these 3 blocks just like this. We're going to bump this out just a little bit. Come out, we can break that one there, put more blocks just like this in this configuration. And we can drop in our wall just like this. This will allow the water to flow all the way across into our hopper. All right, so we're going to put some temporary blocks in, and yeah, we'll go ahead and put in some slabs right here just so they stand out. And then we can put in a bucket of water right here on that corner. You see the water will start to flow in this direction. Once we've done that, we can break out our slabs, and now we need to fill up the water down below. So 1, 2, 3 on the dirt, and then we'll move up a little bit and we'll do 1, 2, 3 right there. And now everything underneath is filled with water, and we've got a nice water stream in that direction. So we can go ahead and test that. Here it comes all the way up, hits the water stream, and boop, should be in our chest. All right, our farm is ready to go. So what we can do now is put in our bone meal just down here. Make sure you've got your Silk Touch and unbreaking shears ready to go. And we can hit the switch. Aim just below our slab and just hold down the button. And we're going to start collecting loot. All right, thanks everyone for joining me on this tutorial. Even that little fox over there had a good time. I hope you did too. And if you like what you saw, hit that subscribe button so you can get the new content when it comes out. Bye-bye.